Hey everybody, welcome back to R-BoP, Riddick's Book of Philosophy. This is where I get to talk about what I want to talk about, how I want to talk about it. Guys, I'm really excited about this episode for a couple of reasons. First of all, we're going to be talking about audio. Yeah, we're talking about audio. Okay, I'm not going to have a bunch of words popping up and down this time because we're going to just jump right into it. But you know what, matter of fact, I've already started this standard expectations, right? So let me knock that out right now. Okay? Audio, 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 audio. That's so stupid. All right, we're done with that, guys. We're gonna jump right on in. Audio, what you hear in your videos, guys, what you hear in your videos. What most people are using, me included, on YouTube is a dual system audio. All right, dual system audio is exactly what it sounds like. All right, you have two systems in order to get your desired effect. All right, one system is your camera. All right, better the camera, better the visual and all of that, the video thing. The second system is your audio recorder. Okay, your audio recorder and your microphones. Okay, now with the audio recorders, you have various types, all right? And I'm not gonna talk about the type that I have because I'm gonna let somebody else do that. Anyway, you have your audio recorder. Okay, so while you're filming on your camera, you're recording your audio separately, okay? You're also gonna need your cam sound, all right? If you have a camera with microphones, and most of them do, you want that sound too, okay? That's gonna be your match track, all right? Or your trash track, all right? Because that sound's not really that good, but you can use that sound to match up with your really, really good sound from your audio recorder, okay? And all of this, your audio recorder and your microphone, all of that is once again done off camera. That's done separately, okay? In order to have your sound and your video to match up, you're going to need some type of way to be able to identify where you sync, all right? And that's as simple as this, a clap, all right? The clap for us low budget people replaces the slate. You know what the slate is, right? The slate is that lights, camera, action, that thingy. Okay, now since I've been doing videos, I learned what that slate is for, all right? Some of you might not know this. This is interesting. The slate is so that you can match your audio, okay? Lights, camera, action. When you do that clapping sound or that clicking sound with the slate, you make a spike in the sound wave. So once you get into your post-production, once you get into your editing software, the spike in the sound from your trash track and the spike in the sound from your good track, and also in your video, when those two things come together or your hands are together, you line that up. Hands are together, spike, spike, and everything's in sync, all right? I'll let somebody else explain that in a little bit more detail. But you have to sync that in post. The other way is a single system audio, and that's when you plug your microphone directly into your camera. Now, the better the camera, some of these multi-$1,000 cameras, they have XLR. You plug in your professional XLR plug, but we'll get into that later when we get in more detail when we start talking about audio setups and stuff one day. Or some of the DSLR, digital, what is it, DSLR? Digital single lens reflex cameras, or some of the camcorders, they have a microphone jack. You just plug in your microphone, and then what your microphone is hearing gets recorded right into your video track. All right, guys, so you don't have to match up in your software. It's already matched up and all in one piece. A lot of people like that. Right, the downside of that is a lot of cameras, preamps, or what they do inside to make it sound better isn't as good as a device that is specifically designed for recording audio. All right, nice. Now I brought a couple friends along for this episode. This first person I'm going to introduce, or he's going to introduce himself, is Russ. All right, Russ is going to give you a fantastic explanation of a dual system audio. All right, so without any further ado, I'm going to bring Russ in. Do your thing, Russ. Come on.
Hey, I'm Russ Jones on the YouTube channel Smoky Ribs. Phil from Daddy Cooks, and now R-BoP has kindly invited me to do an overview of my audio system, and I kindly accepted. All right, I would first like to say that I started all of my YouTube videos using the iPhone 4 and the mic built in, and it was crap. I ended up deleting most of those videos. It was really bad. But in the last 2.5 years, I have started taking my channel more and more serious and started upgrading. And there was a lot of reasons for that, and it's a learning process, really. But what I'm using today is a wireless audio system. Here is the lab mic right here, the lavalier mic. It is a wireless unit made by Sennheiser. It is the EW100 G3 system, and it really has a really good sound. Now, I'm wearing this a lot higher than what I normally do, so I'm hoping that the audio doesn't distort. Normally, I wear it right in here with a button-up shirt. I have everything keyed in for that. It's completely adjustable. You can adjust your range. You would just have to get the unit. There's not enough time to go into how to work it, but there is a little bit of a learning curve, but well worth it. And I tell you the truth, it's so superior to anything I've used in the past. But to talk a little bit about what I was using prior to this, that would be, hang on, that would be this Rode directional mic. I have a windsock on this. And I've done a lot of videos using this with pretty good success. As long as it's not blowing a hurricane outside with a lot of heavy winds, then you can get away with that pretty good. But it's a directional mic, and it picks up background noises really bad, which I'll demonstrate here in a little bit. And also, I had just been dependent on the microphone on the camera itself. But I've gotten away from all of that, and this is what I'm using today, and this is what I'm going to stick with. All right, now let me show you real quick the audio difference between what I'm wearing here and what this Rode sounds like indoors. You'll see a drastic difference. Did I say see a drastic difference? You'll hear a drastic difference. All right, now what you're hearing is the Rode video mic, and like I said, you can probably hear a lot of difference. You're probably picking up an echo because I am indoors. It does much better outdoors, other than the fact it picks up any noise around you. That's the downside of it. But in some cases, let's say I wanted to really pick up a pan of food sizzling, that would be the mic to use right there. Okay, and like I said, I made a lot of videos using that with good success, other than real windy days. But outside of that, it's done well for me, but I don't like it near as much as the wireless system. All right, now in addition to this Sennheiser wireless system, what I'm doing, I'm actually creating a separate audio track, and I have this going through the Zoom H4n digital recorder. It gives it a really professional sound, and you can do it like I'm doing it. I'm using the audio cables, the XLR cables, going out of the Sennheiser directly into the digital recorder. Now, that recorder can also be a standalone recorder as itself without the wireless unit. Now let me demonstrate that. Alright, here is the Zoom H4n. This is a digital recorder, and it does really good. See these two microphones here on top? These are a stereo mic, and I'm really supposed to be talking into them like this, and this too has a whole different sound. Now this actually has a really good sound indoors. I could never use it outdoors, but it does really good, as you can see. And what we're going to do now is go outdoors with my setup here, and I'm going to let you hear how the different mics sound outdoors. 99% of my videos are filmed outdoors in the elements with the noise and all of that, and like I said, that had a lot to do with me going with this wireless system right here, and it's really proven to be a good decision, probably the best investment I made towards my channel. Here's an example from the Rode directional mic that I've got set up right here, plugged in, as you can see right here, into my Canon G30, and you should be hearing the road noise. Car just come by. As you can tell, it picks up a lot of background noise. I just unplugged the Rode. What you're listening to now is the speakers built into the Canon. There again, you should be picking up some background noise. It's still raining. It's slowed down a little, but I'm still hearing a lot of noise coming out of the rain gutter. And you shouldn't really be able to detect that at all with this particular setup. This is the Sennheiser wireless unit that I showed you earlier. along with the Zoom H4n digital recorder. I always do my tracks separate. My audio is completely separate. And now I'm going to show you how to take that separate audio and incorporate it into your video with the right editing software. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I've got a clip that I've already trimmed down to the part I want. I'm simply going to highlight that. I'm going to hold down Command. I'm going to go down here. I've also got the audio that I want to add into this clip. This is the audio that I did separately from the camera. This is how we do it. This is how you sync it up. Here, you right click on it, synchronize clip. Alright, now it's asking for a name. I'm simply just going to put audio 1 just for simplicity reasons. Hit OK. Alright, it is creating a new clip, which is right here. We'll drag this into the timeline. And now keep in mind what this clip now has. Not only does it have the audio from the Zoom H4n, it also has the original audio. So I've got to extract the original audio and delete it. I right click, I'll open up in the timeline. Now I'll right click again, detach audio. Alright, this bottom clip here, that is the original audio that came from the camera. I'm just going to click on that, go up here and delete it. Now that leaves us only with the audio from the H4n. Go back. Alright, let's listen. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up my audio system. I hope some of you have got some benefit from this. And okay, that is it. Just that easy. Not all programs will allow you to sync up audio like that, but this is Final Cut Pro X on my iMac, and I tell you what, it really speeds up the process. I love it. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up my audio system. I hope some of you have got some benefit from this and can maybe have more of an idea what to do on your own channel. Phil, I would like to thank you for inviting me over to R-BoP. I look forward to all your videos, man. I appreciate it a lot. And I'm out. I'm Russ Jones, Smoky Ribs. Later.
Well, is he done? I ain't really that tired. What's funny is, quick story, when I first approached Russ to do this, and thank you very much, man, I really appreciate your support and the time that you took to do this, because Russ didn't have to. But when I first approached him with this project, he jumped right on board. And I asked him for a 3 to 5 minute video, and he's like, hey, man, I went a little long. I started explaining stuff. I really appreciate it. He did a fantastic job. All right, guys. Now, this next person is Dan. All right. Dan is from SmokeyGoodness. Got his own channel as well. Very good, very good. And he is going to explain his audio setup.
On behalf of Riddick's Book of Philosophy, I'm Dan from SmokeyGoodness, here to talk to you about audio. As so many have said in the past, you've probably heard it a million times, audio is 50% of video. You can take a simple iPhone, shoot a video, and if you're using something like a lavalier mic or a shotgun mic, you're going to get a pretty good video, and people are probably going to watch it. On the other hand, you can go out and spend thousands of dollars on the most expensive DSLR you can find, and if your audio isn't any good, nobody's going to watch it. I happen to be using a Audio-Technica, this is a Pro 88 series, or system, and it's near the bottom of the price spectrum, but it does a good job. And this particular unit was gifted to me from another YouTuber who probably wishes to remain anonymous, and I'll honor that, for two reasons. He has upgraded since then, and the main reason was that he said he was just tired of hearing that damn dog. This is a battery-operated unit. Actually, it's two units. We've got the base unit on the camera and the actual microphone unit. These both run on 9-volt batteries. The one caveat with this unit is that there is no indication of when the battery might be getting low, except for this little red light. And it's a small drawback. If you use this long enough, you'll get really familiar with it. I know just about to the hour when my batteries are going to go, and I I use this thing once a week for 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 hours a day. And I get 3 or 4 months worth of use out of it. So it's a good unit. Remember, keep your audio clean, keep your audio good. Don't overpump the music. If you watch the first couple of years of videos on my channel, you'll know bad audio is horrible. Those videos are lousy, terrible. I didn't have this back then. And I was pumping the music. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you use music in your videos, keep the volume down when you're speaking. It's okay to adjust volume, you know, if you've got a space in your video where you're not talking. But if you want to enunciate something, you want to get a point across, you want to explain what you're doing, drop the music level. Really easy to do in most of the audio or the video editing programs of today. Anyway, I'm rambling. I always ramble. Please comment, rate, and subscribe to Phil, R-BoP, right here on YouTube. You'll be glad you did.
All right, guys, that was a fantastic explanation of a single system audio. I believe it's a single system audio because he said plug in to his camera, but we'll get in more detail on stuff like that. I had to ask him. Maybe he'll put it in the comments. All right. Now, I want to thank both of those guys for taking the time to come to R-BoP. If you want to see a demonstration of some fantastic audio, you need to click right here. Subscribe to that channel. All right, that's Smoky Ribs. All right, that's Russ. If you want to see a great example of audio with a commanding voice, because Dan has a commanding voice, coming from the noisiest neighborhood in the known universe with that damn dog, you need to click right there, guys. Subscribe to his channel. You can hear great audio, and also he cooks his butt off like a lot of my other friends. Shut up, dog. He always says that. All right, guys. But that's it, guys. I don't have to do a lot of work because Russ and Dan pretty much laid everything out for me, guys. And we'll do a little more detailed information on audio once I can get home and start showing you guys how I actually set my stuff up. All right, now I'm going to caveat into, not caveat, is that the right word? I want to transition into this whole Q&A thing, question and answer thing that I mentioned last video, guys. All right, I've decided I want to do that. So if you have questions and you want to do it by way of a video, all right, shoot a short, 1 minute, 2 minute video, introduce yourself and all that good stuff, guys, and email that video to me at riddickbop@gmail.com. All right, Riddick's Book of Philosophy, riddickbop@gmail.com, guys. Hopefully I don't get overwhelmed with videos, but I will go through them, and what I will do is select a few questions. I will submit them to any willing friends of mine that might possibly send in a video response, and I will answer the question as well. All right, guys, so that's the direction I'm trying to go in. I hope you guys gained some valuable information on audio, and I will see you when I see you.